said, got a lot of things I could do better if I tried to. They don't know the trauma we endured and we survived through. Family is the anchor to the ship of which I'm tied to. So if I get to sinking, well, I guess I'm finna die too. It's true. I gotta get some shit off my chest. I ain't saying I'm the worst, but I ain't always been the best. Mama died in Florida, that's where they lay.
Welcome back to the Make It Home Safe podcast. I'm your host, Dingle, Darell, Kez. I had a couple different aliases that I go by. This is episode 6. 6, I'm pretty sure. I'll let everybody else introduce themselves.
What's going on, y'all? This is Darian, aka Reid, back again with another podcast. Sorry for my absence last week. We're gonna get into that, man. It's been crazy. Go ahead, man.
What's up, man? It's Vash Cash. Thank you for rocking with us these past 5 previous episodes, still getting good feedback. Just stick with us, and we're gonna get better with time.
For sure.
Yo, this is Russ, aka Drunk on Saturday on Twitter, John Russie on Instagram. Yo, yeah, thanks for all the love and support. Don't ask me about my love life. Let's get it.
Going on, it's Kwame, 5 of the 5, and now the moderator of this whole show. So before we start it off, we're gonna list off the topics that we're gonna cover for today. First, we're gonna start off with the Negro moment. We'll explain that. First job experience, the worst experience with a company. That'll be Reid's best thing, and the pros and cons of ghosting. So without further ado, we'll go into the Negro moment. So the Negro moment is something small and trivial that can piss you off. For everyone who watched Boondocks, you remember the moment. It could be simple as someone cutting someone off on the road, someone skipping in line, someone putting their hands in your food, picking something off your plate that just trigger you to cause a whole moment that didn't need that necessary reaction. So for the topic today, what would cause your Negro moment? What is something small and trivial that will set you off?
Man, that's good. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take this one off. So my I won't say anybody's name, but my cousin, he like to smack his food and shit, and he thinks it's funny because like he know I get irritated by it. So he be when he eating. So this was like 6 years ago at Thanksgiving, and he over here smacking his food and shit. And I'm like, hey, bro, he's like, yo, stop that. And he's like, oh, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. You do it too. I'm like, nah, no, I don't. I chew my mouth closed. So he kept doing it, dog. I got up. I'll never forget. We was in there getting ready to throw hands, like move furniture. And he's sitting there, he about to start crying. He's like, yo, why you being like this? But like, you don't understand in that moment, especially when you had a bad day, the Mercury's and Gatorade or whatever, and you just tweaking like you upset. I'm telling you, I was hot.
Mercury's and Gatorade.
Trivial stuff like that, man. That's very real. That's a great description of that, Kwam, of what a Negro moment is.
Good at. I think one for
Right,
me.
so,
now, what was go ahead?
No, go ahead.
So I was gonna say one for me is like kind of what you said with the whole food thing. Like I hate when people reach over my food to like grab something, or like if they're trying to get a check, man. Like I remember one time I was out like maybe like a couple of weeks ago. I forget who I was out with, but I'm not gonna drop no names. But we were having dinner. It was like a whole group thing, and the checks came around. And like I'm at the end of the table closest to the waitress, and I'm like, and someone like 2 seats away reaching over everybody's food, like hand above my food type shit. I'm just like, bro, I could have just reached over and grabbed the check and handed it to you. Don't reach over my food, bro. It's, oh, you tripping, bro. It's not that big of a deal, blah, blah. And bro, right there, I feel like sometimes you gotta like, when those moments occur, you gotta pick and choose what you gonna do, or it's gonna be a real Negro moment. So I was like, bro, don't do it. Now let's just let it go from there. But yeah, I hate that, man. That's number 1 for me, bro. Don't reach over my food. Don't touch my food, bro. Especially in COVID season, man. Yeah, bro. Come on now. You know better than that.
Shouldn't have been out during COVID.
I was about to say, you shouldn't have your black ass out.
Yeah, right.
COVID season.
Yeah.
He wasn't bringing up COVID season before. Hell yeah.
All right. So mine was this, right? I haven't had it in a while, right? I hate when people touch my food or do like anything. It is the food for me, right? So I'll give you a story. When I was this is how long ago it was, like, because this is the most extreme moment I had. I had had bought these 50-cent sugar cookies. I don't know if anybody bought the sugar cookies in middle school, but they used to sell the freshly baked sugar cookies for 50 cents. And I look forward to it. That was the day. I don't care how bad the day was. I needed those cookies. So I happened to have a bad day, and I had my sugar cookies, and we was just waiting in line. You know, I took the sugar cookie out the wax paper package. You know it was lit, right? Well, this dude thought it was funny to slap the cookie out of my hand. And without hesitation by reaction, I mean, I didn't even think about it. I punched him dead in his lip. Like just a quick bomb, just real fast. I don't know. Like, and then after that, this is how I know I was like getting out of hand. Cause after I punched him in the lip, he like kind of like, you know, like that. And all I did was step back and was ready to fight. That was it. So I just don't like people.
That was trivial.
It was trivial. It set it off. It was the most extreme way. I mean, I've gotten into arguments about people just touching my food and stuff, but that is the most extreme version of it. Just don't touch my food.
So did the cookie leave your hand and hit the floor?
It hit the floor. I like watched it go in slow motion.
Oh,
like
God.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Nah, you were justified in that, man.
I probably would do it again, man, if I'm being quite honest.
That's disrespectful, man.
Slap the food out of my hand.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting chill.
I understand that. What you got, Vash?
Robbie Walker would have called the jab too.
Bro, for me, bro, it's like, I don't know, some people might think it's small. Bro, I hate when people stare at me, bro.
You're the worst.
Hate that, bro. I don't know what, bro. Just on, what was it? Monday, I think. Might have been Tuesday. So me and D leaving the gym, and the gym we go to is huge. So we on the second floor, and I'm looking down at this dude. He's on a bike. And we walking by, bro, and he's looking at it. So I'm thinking he's looking at D, but like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If he's looking at it, like, whatever. He's staring at me. I'm like, so I look at him. I look again, bro. He's staring at me like the whole way, like, following me. Bro, I literally was walking, staring at him. So we literally staring at each other like this. And I'm walking. We're literally staring at each other.
Jeez.
You ain't stop and say that.
That's weird.
Bro, he was too far away. So look, mind you, I'm on the second floor. He's on the bottom floor. And like I'm literally walking and like, bro, and when I get like that, I don't stop looking until you look away. I'm not losing that battle. I'm not.
Man, petty.
So you gonna stare at a man in the gym to not lose the battle?
Yup.
Hey,
who would have won a fight, you or him?
Said what?
Who would have won
gonna win the fight?
Him?
I was gonna win that one. His feet was strapped into the bike and everything. He would have got up fast enough.
Oh yeah, he would have been folded.
He would have fell over with the bike.
Hell yeah, that'd have been bad. Yeah, I'm glad it didn't come to that.
Yeah, bro. I can't stand it, bro.
Yeah, that's weird.
Would your lady have jumped in the fight with you? Would your lady have jumped in the fight with you? Y'all would have jumped?
Oh hell no.
Oh, she ain't about that?
One of female involved, she ain't, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Now, what if you losing? Is she gonna have your back?
I don't know. She might be like, he just beat your ass. What are you gonna do to me? I feel that.
That should be the logical assumption she would come to, but you know, some people.
I just need a small margin of error, like where my lady can distract him, and I can just like hit him over the head with a bottle or something.
Throw some sand in his eye.
Yeah.
Gold dust head ass.
Yeah.
All right, what's your moment?
What you got, Darell?
I don't know. Everybody know I'm a pretty calm person. Not too much really.
Get the
the cap on the app.
Nah. But probably the main thing, like if I'm having like a serious conversation and somebody's like looking at their phone or like just not paying attention to like the conversation that's being had, like that should have just from 0 to 100. Like especially if you come to me to have the conversation, because I never want to have a conversation anyway. So if you come to me to have a conversation and you distracted during the conversation, I can't do it.
So I got one more story to tell. Daryl's hilarious. I ain't gonna air none of his stuff out because I could talk for days about stuff Daryl done.
He's terrible.
Literally the worst.
I don't know why he said I'm calm. Like, go ahead, Russ.
By far the calmest person here.
I gotta tell you, I was gonna talk about we sent his mom a video for her birthday, but we're not gonna get into that because he tried to show
Vash falling on the ice.
Yeah,
bro. Why? All right, man. Next episode.
I'm sorry.
Fall on the ice for that video. The one we all sent when I was in Turkey.
Yes, bro. And he was on TDY. You were somewhere else.
I was in what was that?
I
was on mainland.
Yeah. And
the base was closed when we got there. So for we were supposed to be there for 2 weeks. The first week, like there was no transport. There was ice all at every gate, bro. Like you had to walk everywhere. No transportation. The base big as hell. You had to go to the other side for work. You better got up earlier, so you called or something because there was no transportation. Yeah. But go ahead.
Wow.
My bad. So the story I want to tell, I don't know why I told the Thanksgiving story. So this is 2 years ago. I'm home on my PTO, just kicking it. So me and my mom go to the mall, and one of my biggest pet peeves is like when somebody don't say thank you when you hold the door open.
I feel
so this dude gets in front of us, or you don't hold the door open for me. So this dude walks in, he holds the door open for my mom, but then when I'm coming through, he like let the door go. So I'm a little bit behind my mom. So he like, okay. So the door closes. I'm like, hey, thank you. And the dude turns around. And he's like, what'd you say to me? I said, hey, thank you. So I was hot. Like, I was ready to die on this hill today. I wish my mom was here to tell the story. He's like, I'll hold the door open for a woman. Like, I don't care. It's a woman needs a door held open. You can get the door yourself. I was like, my nigga, next time hold the door open for me. So I start walking away. He like started to walk up on my mom. So like I turned around real quick. I was like, hey, bro, get out of her face. Stop talking to her. I'm like, my nigga, shut up. Bro, we in the middle of Dillard's. I don't know if you guys have Dillard's where y'all at. It's like Mason, JCPenney's. In the middle of Dillard's, like yelling at each other. My mom's like, John, please just go. Please just go. Stop. Don't entertain it. I was like, nah, fuck that. I was ready to throw hands with this 40-year-old man. His wife and them come up like, oh, what's going on? His wife and grandma or something. I don't give a fuck. I would have smacked them too, but yo,
man.
You on
this.
Bro.
He was cookie level, bro.
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. My mom was like, look at your husband is sloppy. He's like, my son would have walked, and I promise you, I would have beat this dude to the upside down for not holding the door open for me. But I could have just been like, you know what? Hey, you got it, and kept walking. That was my nigga moment.
Nah, it's the principle of things.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
People don't understand. It's the principle. It's not the action. It's not the gravity of the situation. It's the principle. The fact that you feel like somebody should know not to do whatever the fuck they just did. And because they don't, you got to wild the fuck out. That's how I feel about it.
I think it takes timing too. I think it takes timing. It's like to get that perfect moment, you need the timing. It's something that your pet peeve, but you got to have the right timing too.
You got to be in a
like I said, certain times, different reactions.
You don't care about losing it all. You got to be in that mental space.
I'm telling you, man, when I saw that sugar cookie hit the floor and the crumb fell off to the right, slightly to the right, it was over, bro. It was over.
You didn't even take a bite of it?
No, I didn't even get a bite. I didn't even have a bite. But here's why I didn't need to react that way, because I had 2 sugar cookies. Only one hit the floor. But still.
The principle.
Yeah, it's 100%. So basically, to sum it up.
They were your 2 sugar cookies. They were yours.
Yeah. 25 cents a pop, bro. 25 cents. You know how much 50 cents was a lot in middle school, man. I'm not even gonna lie. 50 cents was a lot in middle school.
Remember that time we was at the movies when we was little and you got something like some snack from like downstairs when we were I bet that shit. I ate it and like left, and then you came back and they snitched and you
I farted in this man's soda because he ate my food, bro. So I untwisted the cap. Put the cap back on. Like, it's about to be the freshest drink you ever had.
I went to drink that shit, and this nigga Davon just bust out laughing. I'm like, the fuck? What did he do to my drink? What did he do? He's like, nothing you can see. I was like, what? Kwam says, I farted in it.
Y'all are trash.
Bro, I would have let the whole
he ain't my food.
I would have let him finish it, let the whole movie rock in.
I was gonna watch every second. Like, yeah, you thirsty. Yeah.
Farted on that man drink.
I don't even remember like what you got that I ate either. I don't remember.
I think it was probably Skittles, bro. When in doubt, bro. At that age, I was eating nothing but Skittles. No. It was the watermelon Sour Patches. I remember. There's two candies I would go crazy for.
Yeah.
Me too.
Crazy, man.
I ate all them.
All right, well, that's the moments. The next one is your first job. What was your first job and what was your experience coming from it? Right. So I'll kick it off. My first job at the age of 16, I worked at McDonald's. It was I can see why people say it's trash. But the crazy thing is I didn't even work the grill. So there's two parts to it, right? I didn't work the grill, so I didn't work as hard, but dealing with customer service is trash. 100% trash. Because they think they can talk to you any way how just because you don't have no more fish fillet sandwiches. Like they will go at you crazy. I remember, and then one time, this one dude could see it in my face when he pulled up to the window. Was like, he could tell I ain't having it. And I'll never forget this. He was in the Navy. He was like, man, just be happy you work here. You know, they can call me in at any point in time. I could work so-and-so hours. And now that I'm in the military, this man was bluffing. They wasn't pulling his hours like that, bro.
Right.
That's
bro, but yeah.
Hey, I got a
job experience at McDonald's. I don't like
You said you worked at McDonald's, and you always see these YouTube videos, these World Star videos of people getting beat up at McDonald's. How many fights happened in McDonald's you worked at?
Not in my McDonald's, but around it. Around it, yeah. Like people fighting in the lobby, and I just be sitting there acting like I'm scrubbing the table while watching. Like,
oh Lord,
that's crazy, man. See, I don't think I could ever work at like a fast food joint like that, man.
It's not. Well, it depends. So Dunkin' Donuts wasn't bad. I also worked at Dunkin' Donuts, and I worked the evenings for Dunkin' Donuts. Ain't nobody getting coffees.
Most people be happy they go to Dunkin' Donuts. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh man, Dunkin' Donuts is easily the best fast food job I had, man. Especially on you work long hours on Black Friday, but people will buy like a $2 coffee and leave $20, and everybody split the tips. McDonald's in like Wendy's and them, they don't let you split the tips. You don't get tips. If people leave change, it goes straight to that company. That's it.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Right.
I didn't even know that.
I'd have been fine. I'd be like, this was mine. This was given to me.
You're right. Taking it right out the register.
Not them. Ronald McDonald, like it was given to me.
Right. I would say my first job experience, I didn't really have a job until right before I joined the Air Force. So I went to my recruiter. He actually hooked me up. It was called Two Marines Moving. What they do is they hire like military vets or up and coming military. And it's like a moving company, right? So when I tell you, I went to this job, man, for the first day, it was wild. Because like I was obviously the youngest there. I think I was like 19 at the time. And I was working with people that were like 40 years old, 35 years old, just like old heads, right? Old head vets. And it was funny because when we were on the job, like moving people's houses and stuff like that, they would they'd be all out of breath, bro. Get the boxes up and down the stairs and stuff like that. So I had the team on my back and stuff like that because I was young and shit like that. But it was pretty dope, man, for the first job. Because I remember this one job we went on to. We went all the way to like West Virginia. It was like a 3-hour. Yeah, it was like a 3-hour commute to West Virginia. And this dude had a old white man, had a fat ass crib, man, like mansion, had the bikes, the jet skis, the boat out front. You know what I'm saying? Multiple cars. And we were moving like a piano, like some grand piano for this dude, man. Boy, we was struggling, I'll tell you.
No, that's real.
No, you like it. I just looked at it. Chat. Nah, hold on.
Oh man! For the people at home that can't see, we have a side chat. Man, we have a side chat while we record, and it we just in there. We getting on Reid head right now.
Nah,
I think my. Nah, you think
you gotta pause that, bro. But nah, it was a cool first little gig, man. We got dope tips. Like I said, the old.
Did you ever get injured, though?
Nah,
moving, like that's hard labor. That's hard work labor, bro.
It is.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, it got me in shape for like all the PT coming for basic and stuff like that. So I mean, it was straight. But nah, I never got
Bro,
integrated.
stop it. That PT wasn't that bad, bro.
It won't,
PT
it
wasn't
won't,
that
you know what I'm
bad.
saying? But we were really running like that, so it was cool,
I'm
man.
about to say, I think I was in better shape before I went to basic than when I got out of
Dang,
basic.
honestly.
Yeah.
I could run better long distance. That's really the only thing that
That's what I'm
came from
saying.
it.
Think about how often, like, before you went to basic, like, we was hooping every day. Like, you would hoop every day for at least, like, 4 or 5 hours every damn day. That's way better shape than what we did in basic. That's what I was thinking about. Like, whenever somebody was asking me about, like, joining and stuff, and they was young, I'd be like, you're in the shape that you need to be in. Make it through that.
That reminds me, I'm about to jot down a topic, actually. I just thought of something.
So, I'll go ahead and give mine. Bro, my first job experience was I was 16 too. Yeah, I was 16. And I was working, I don't know if y'all have it. It's a grocery store, it's called Food Lion. All right, so so I'm working there or whatever as a cashier. Didn't know like the people that worked there was people that I like, you know what I'm saying, grew up with, when it was in school with and stuff like that, played sports with. So I go there and it's like being in class again. Like we all like joking and laughing and all that kind of stuff. Our boss was whack as hell. But yeah, bro, he and she was whack as hell. So anyway, yeah, bro. So we're going to. I'm playing basketball at this time, so it's in the winter, and I tell him like, all right, so we won. I can't remember who we played. We won a game, so we advanced to the playoffs, right? So I'm like, I can't. I'm like, yo, I can't work this week like at all because we have practice every day. I'm like, we have a game. It was like a Thursday or something like that, something weird. You know, like playoff time, you have a game any kind of day during the week. So I'm like, yo, I cannot work this week. Like I can't work this week. And then so my boss was like, she was like, okay, that's fine. She said she was gonna tell her boss, right? All right, so after that week is over, we win again. So we're going like even deeper to the playoffs. I'm like, look, I can come. I was like, look, I can come into work 2 days this week. I was like, I'll close. I'll come to work later than I normally will. Say, but I'll close or whatever. Closing's like 10. So I'm like, it's no issue. Get out of practice at like 5:30. I come there from 6 to 10, like whatever, because it was part time anyway at 16. So whatever. So then next week come after we won the first playoff game, we go to the second round or whatever playoffs, and they call like I had a practice, and my mom called me. She was like, your boss just called me. She said you got to be at work, but I thought you already told her that you couldn't work this week, whatever. So I'm like, yo, like I did tell her or whatever. So she was like, okay, I'm about to come pick you up so you can go up there and talk to him. So I was like, I don't feel like. I said I'll call, bro. So I call. They going off. You better be at work. You better. I'm like, better be. All right. So I tell my mom, like, Mom, come pick me up. I'm about to go up there. So I go up there, and they like, if you don't work, there was like, if you don't work at least 3 days this week, you're getting fired. I said, all right, cool. I said, I'll come to work tomorrow, bro. All just not to show up on purpose. I did not go to work. No, there was no shot I was gonna either. And then right, so I had, what did I have? I think I had PE or something like that. My fourth block, and it was my basketball coach. So we would just be in there bullshit anyway. So they scheduled me to work at 2:30. I don't get out of school until 3:30. So they scheduled me to be at work at 2:30. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, hell no, ain't no way in hell, bro. So they called my mom and was like, yeah, so we're gonna fire him. And my mom called me and she was like, yeah, they said they're gonna fire you. I said, okay. So I called him and I was like, I quit. So that was the worst. That shit was the worst. Like, yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know Dingo can't like relate with going to the playoffs and shit, but
Facts.
What you faxing?
Who's next?
Pfizer,
He said,
man.
what you
What you faxing?
faxing?
Because this man got the most to say. I'm ready to hear his story.
My story ain't nothing. I don't have my first job were like the commissary and the exchange on base, so I don't have that. But my funnest job that I ever had was when I was a dishwasher at Hemingway's Bay Bridge restaurant. Me and Glenn in the back of the kitchen holding it down. We ain't get no work done at all. Every dish that came out, bruh, praise whoever was eating on it, because we were just throwing them in there and just keeping them
People
moving.
got E. coli dying.
Hey, man.
Bro, health code violation.
Anyway, my funniest story from that moment, from working back there, though, we was first off, pause. Anyway, we was washing dishes.
Hi, body man.
Like,
Right?
if you work back in the kitchen, like the people that come through, like the bus people and all that, they be coming through, picking up the trays and going back and all that. For this old lady came through to pick, like she had this tray in her head, and she came through there, and it was wet on the floor, I guess, and she fell, like slipped, like the tray. It was like some cartoon stuff, bro. Like the tray went up in the air, like her glasses came off, dog. Her shoe came off, and look. So me and Clem was back there. We washed the dishes, dog, and we sit. So I just looked out the corner of my eye, like, and Clem was like. Dog, I was like, dog, her name was like Faith or Hope or something. She looked hurt. I was like, "Are you okay?" She had to be like 70 something, bro. I was like, "Damn, I know she's not coming back to work no times." But that's I don't know, that's hilarious. I think about that probably like twice a year.
Disability.
I worked at a PacSun in the mall when I was 16, and it was cool or whatever, you know, it was a vibe. My biggest thing, like I think back on it, that it was like 30-year-old women hitting on me, and I know I look young because I ain't grow facial hair till I was like 19, 20, but it was dope. A lot of girls came in, you know, I thought I had a little game. I was snatching up numbers, but customer service. Like Kwam said earlier, customer service is hard because you know you don't have a shoe in the back. People acting crazy. They ready to fight you. I'm like, I'm 16, dog. You 6'5", 220. You 30 years old, trying to beat up on a little kid.
You gotta hit him with the dust, bro.
Exactly.
You that damn big mad because we ain't got some dams. Man, if you don't get on
For real.
And the dude's like, you have a size 15 in the back, knowing damn well we didn't. I'm like, yeah, dog, let me look. Just for good customer service etiquette.
Right.
He went back there, he went on his phone, and walked back out.
Went in the back, like looked around like this. No, we ain't had none. But yeah, that's probably my work. That's my favorite job. Shout to Cheryl Subia. That was my first manager. She the homie for real.
All right, word. Keeping on to experiences with companies. This is Reid's topic, the big topic. What's your worst experience with a company?
I'll go off.
Right. So yeah, the reason why I bring this up, man, because of my absence last week. So last week, as y'all know, I wasn't on the podcast, unfortunately, because my Wi-Fi had went down. So I had Zero Media. No, I had CenturyLink. So shout out to CenturyLink for being the worst internet provider, man. I had CenturyLink as my internet provider last week. And what happened was they couldn't tell me what happened. Dead to my face, could not tell me what the fuck happened. So listen, I was on the phone first day, Thursday, 2 weeks ago, Thursday. I was like, hey, I don't have any Wi-Fi. What's going on, right? I was on the hold for maybe like 45 minutes the first time. First service rep comes around. Bruh, it wasn't even someone that could speak English. I swear they were in India. Every call that I called to CenturyLink, I could not contact someone that could speak English, bro. It was so hard to understand what they were saying, bro. It's not even me trying to be an asshole. I just had a thick Indian accent, right? So I was trying to work with them. I was trying to troubleshoot things with them, man. And we weren't going anywhere. So the first lady told me like, oh yeah, you got to get a new modem. I was like, all right, bet. So set me up, like hook me up, give me a new modem, get somebody out here. And they're like, hey man, leave this chat alone, bro. Leave this chat alone. They go crazy in the chat right now. But so that was the first lady. She said I need a new modem. I called the next day. Second dude said, oh, you need to configure it. Go online and configure it. So I configured the modem. That shit didn't work. They're like, oh, okay, we're gonna send out a tech. Third day came through, no tech came through. I was like, what's going on? Like, there's supposed to be a tech out here. And they're like, nah, we couldn't do it because our systems are mad slow, blah, blah. We gotta wait for the system to come up and running, this and that. And I was like, man, like, this is the third day. I've been on hold for like 4 hours trying to get this thing figured out. So the last day comes through. I was, no joke, at work. I was on the phone from like 9 o'clock when I got to work to like 1 p.m. on hold, like messing with the CenturyLink folks. And it was crazy because the whole time they couldn't figure out what was going on. And I was like, listen, turn my stuff off. I'm switching. Like, I'm switching to a different provider because y'all are trash. And the whole time it was Indian folks, thick Indian accents, bro. They couldn't understand what I was saying. I couldn't understand what they were saying, bro. It was a mess, bro. I was like, yo, just turn my shit off. And they couldn't, they didn't know what I was saying, right? So I had to go on Twitter and I was ranting on Twitter. And then the CenturyLink official Twitter account hit me. I was like, oh, DM us. We're going to get things straight away for y'all, blah, blah, this and that. So I DM'd them.
He was going ham on Twitter. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
He was retweeting other people's complaints on there.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I was like, damn.
Yo,
Bro,
was borderline about to get banned for making a hate group.
Bro, I was mad, man. So they certified account hit my DMs like, oh, what's going on? We seen your tweets, blah, blah. Like, how can we help you? I was like, cancel my shit right now. I was like, I'm done. I was like, okay, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, inconvenience, blah, blah. We'll get it canceled straight away. And I called like Zito Media up. I was like, oh, I need internet. They came in the next morning, like, and set it up. I get 100 megs. That's not the fastest, but 100 megs, you know what I'm saying? I actually get the 100 megs that I pay for. So I'm like, I'm straight, man. I'd never go. Anybody listening right now, if you got CenturyLink in your area, do not waste your time, bro.
I almost went CenturyLink, and then they told me I forgot what speeds they told me. They told me something like 40, not even 40 megs, like kilobits. I was like, what?
Oh, are you serious?
It's like, yeah, we offer that for you. He's like, but you don't need it to be that fast. We offer it. It's good. It's high speed. I was like, ain't no way in hell. I was like, look, I game. The dude who was the dude I was talking to
on Monday, and the shot wouldn't have went through till Thursday.
Yo, listen to this. He was like, I was like, but I game. He was like, oh, yeah, I see the problem. I was like, yeah. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Even if I didn't game, I watch Netflix. I'll do other stuff. Like, I don't want. I don't want the intro to be as long as the damn movie. Like,
exactly.
Come on, bro. Like,
and you don't even get
exactly. So that's going into the jump shot thing that Darell was saying. My worst experience with a company is 2K. 2K is my worst experience. Let me spin you up on the game, right? First of all, the game is getting more of a pay to play type of experience. It's you gotta pay to play and pay to win type of deal. It's a microtransaction every step of the way, and they do everything but fix the simple shit. It's so bad to the point where I just need NBA Live to do one thing right.
Right.
I just need them to do one thing right, but they won't. It's like they in cahoots together. I'm like, listen, we gonna charge these people. We'll break you off. They don't even know what hit them. Like it's crazy. Like
they
right now, right?
Them off.
For all my people who don't play 2K, let me explain something to you. So 2K got this new thing where you can play in the neighborhood, but the neighborhood is a giant city, so it takes forever to get anywhere. So how do they caveat that? You gotta buy a bike. A bike is like, honestly, I think, like, what is it, like 200,000 VC?
200,000.
That's $50. $50 of your real life money for a bike, for a virtual bike. That's $50 of your actual real money to buy a virtual bike. They're taxing every step of the way. The game experience is lessening and lessening. And they don't even have to do that. They could literally just make money by just offering shit for people to buy that has nothing to do with the game. Like Call of Duty is genius by it. You don't need the guns, the operators, and the skins, but you want them. And you'll still spend money to get them, but it does not affect how you play. If you're nice, you're nice. With 2K, you need the Gatorade. You need the skill boost. You need the bike. You need to listen to this. This is how crazy 2K is, right? If I'm a slasher, someone who can dunk, I won't be able to dunk on someone until I buy the dunking animations. How much tunes does that
them? Make sure you equip them.
Hey, shout out to Big Dummies. Shout out to Big Gummies. But listen to that, right? Like my whole build, my player that I made is supposed to be able to dunk. But in order for him to dunk, I have to buy the animations for him to dunk. If not, I got a 6'8", 225 slashing wing who can't dunk. I got to spend more money for him to actually do basketball stuff.
Yeah, man.
This is why I will not create a center.
Stop it.
Stop asking me, Dingle. Don't ask me again. I'm not creating a center.
Hey, but Vash, you should come run though, bro.
For sure. Come on, bro.
Forget everything I just said, bro. You should come run 2K though.
No, I will see.
Hey, for all the gamers, the gaming tag is Captain America too. Actually, by the way.
Listen, I will see you in
for the
the
trade
dance.
bombs. You say you'll see me where?
I will see you in
dance.
the dance. Like I'm not. No, bro. No.
Fair.
I ain't gonna bring it up because it's gonna get off topic. But go ahead. Somebody else got a company.
What you got?
I don't have a company.
I really can't think.
Too
of
many.
I mean, if you, you got one.
Russ.
No, I mean it's just too many names. But I will say this: I want to give a shout out to USAA and Hulu. I know we talking about bad customer service, bro. USAA
Trash.
plug me.
No, USA is
I always get
fire.
10 out of 10
They're
customer
fire,
service.
yeah. They're
At
actually-
USA.
USA customer service.
USA
is fire.
and Navy
I'm telling you.
Federal. Navy Federal is fire too. They
Yeah.
usually quick and easy.
Navy Federal is just really slow, so I don't like it. But they're nice.
Service is good.
But what I do hate is the automatic call tree where you talking to the robot. I'll be on the phone like
Zero. Now you got
Customer
zero
rep.
that.
Customer
Zero.
rep.
Be like,
Zero.
That's not an option.
Zero. Yep.
I'd be like, bro.
Zero. No,
You
I
can
keep
talk to
doing
a
it until they're like,
human.
all right, well, let me get you to a customer service representative. Like, yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like.
and Hulu legit too. I have live TV through Hulu. I don't have cable or whatever. I just stream all my stuff through there.
So how is that? How is the Hulu Live TV? Is that at
So I think it's overpriced,
of
but I
course.
mean, I know people up here pay like $300 for cable a month, or like $200 for cable a month.
No
In
shot.
Alaska?
Yeah, in Alaska, absolutely.
Why are they taxing somewhere where nobody wants to live?
Because so you know what's crazy? There's only one internet provider up here. So
No, they got the game on a chokehold.
Monopoly.
Exactly.
That's illegal.
Bro, listen. I will watch
Alaska.
before I pay $300 for cable. I'm watching AFC.
I'm not getting cable. I haven't had cable since I got back to the States in 2016.
So I got cable. I got cable because I had to do the bundle deal is cheaper for the internet, at least for who I'm going with.
Yeah.
And it was believe it or not, it was $1 cheaper for me to go cable and internet than internet and phone.
It probably
services.
only lasts for like a year though. Like it's either a year or 2 years little
Like 6
promotion
months.
thing because that shit happened when I moved in.
Guess who's gonna leave and
I was
become
gonna
a
say,
new
but
customer?
yeah, I was
again?
just saying, make sure you stay on top of that.
Are you in a contract? Is it like a 2-year thing?
No, I can quit it at any point.
Okay. Because you know, sometimes they lock you in,
I'm doing Cox internet.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too. COX. I don't want to say
Yeah, boss. Hey, chill. So, like, I had a supervisor who does this every year. Like, his wife would get rid of their cable and then re-up on it every time so they get the NFL League Pass, bro. I was like, what? How do you do that? Like, they really do it. It's possible, but you got to realize it's going to consume your time trying to do it again, though, every year. Like, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Because at least about, like 7 months of the year, you're watching that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
so
Sunday ticket, yeah. Nah.
That's hella real.
But all right, well, moving on to the last topic of the day. Pros and cons of ghosting people. So what do y'all think? Like, what's your experience with ghosting people? And do you ghost people, to be honest?
Yes, I
I
ghost.
ghost like a motherfucker.
Yes.
I ghost like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do too, bro.
Well, I
wouldn't
used
say
to.
ghost because I'll stop talking to people. It's not like ghosting. Like I'll tell you, like this is gonna be the last time we talk. But
Oh no, I don't even tell you.
ghost you.
I'm gonna be real with you. Here's the pro of ghosting people, and it goes back to an old episode, right? There's no fucking closure. I don't have to deal with the closure bullshit.
That's
When I used to talk to you,
That's true.
I didn't believe in closure, so I just slowly stopped talking to you. Ain't no closure. You clearly get the message that I don't want to talk to you. So the pro is I don't have to deal with closure. The con is I don't see any cons.
I mean, blocking people though, it's the same thing. I'll block somebody quick.
I don't block people. Well, actually, nah.
Yeah, I don't really
block
care to
people.
block anybody.
I ain't gonna like.
Everybody say they
there's a
don't
couple
care to
people
block.
on
Ghosting
lists.
is the same thing. Blocking just ensures that you're not gonna hit me up no more. That's it.
There's so many ways to hit somebody up these days, bro.
When I block you on everything, nigga, what? When I block you on
That's
here,
too much.
I want to block you on there.
When they hit you on the
One
email,
stop.
what you gonna do? What you gonna do on the email?
How do they have my email? One, and when I see it, I'm gonna block them.
So you block on all possible.
All the ones
All
I
blocking.
use that I would
Like,
check.
so
Yeah.
Have you ever unblocked? I know you have. Don't lie to me.
Don't lie
Look
to me.
at his face. Look at his face.
You
His
unblock
face said it all. He said.
You unblock and then your shit going off. Ding 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 ding. You looking like dang, like
Literally.
all right. I don't ghost people no more. Cause like I mean I really don't deal with anybody that, you know, I feel like I would have to ghost, you know what I'm saying? Like I got my same set of people that I've had for the past, I don't even know, like 10 years, whatever. So like most of them are like family, really close friends. So I don't feel like I would have to ghost any of y'all or anybody like that. But before, like, I'm gonna say slash
Wait,
year.
you ghosted homies before? You ghosted?
Oh no.
It's like
Ghosted
I don't
homies.
do that no more because like I'm talking about like old relationships and stuff. When
Oh,
I think
okay. So look, like
you know what I'm saying? Like,
So-
cause like, how am I gonna ghost a homie on PlayStation Network? What am I just gonna mute
Right.
you every time I'm in a party or something?
up here offline. Nah, so yeah, like I'm gonna
Okay, about
say
you throwing shots, Kwam.
before me and B got like serious or whatever, you know, I would talk to people, you know what I'm saying, like entertain some stuff. So yeah, I did quite a lot of ghosting. Like I'm not proud of it. And I don't feel good or bad about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's nothing to feel good about. It's just
But I have done.
Oh no, I feel great. I feel great, bro. What you talking about?
I have done my fair share of like ghosting, and like some like one situation or one instance, like bro, I just felt like I was like, damn. But there's no way you can come back for it. You can't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like just pop back up, like, yo, what's good? I've done that too. But I'm
People
talking
do
about,
that. People do that.
I'm talking about one situation like a while ago. I did that, and then like I came back around and I did it again, and then like I just never said anything. Like never, like I literally had like just been like years now I have not said anything or whatever. But I see them all the time, like on social media and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But like, I don't know, bro. It's just I don't know. I just feel like it needs to be done. Like,
Be real with you. I feel like I don't owe anybody a damn thing, bro. Right? If I feel like I don't want to talk to you, I just don't want to talk to you. Like even if it's like we can still be cool, I still say hi. You know what I'm saying? There doesn't have to be hate attached to my ghosting. I just don't want to deal with.
Oh
you.
no, probably
I
not.
like.
Most of the time, like when you ghosting and shit like that, there's no hate on your end. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the person that you ghosted probably hate you. Like
I've been ghosted before, bro.
Bro, some people probably hate me. Oh, I've been ghosted before too. I've been ghosted.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What?
How'd you get ghosted? I got ghosted by a girl that I didn't even know she had a boyfriend, bro. I kid you not. Like I was talking to this girl, I was like, "Dang, she real cool." Blah blah blah. And then she stopped talking to me for a while, and I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Well, you know what? That happens, right?" She popped up with a whole boyfriend. Well, not even popped up. Apparently, they were dating for a while. It was like deep. It was like an anniversary type of thing. When I found out, I was like, "Oh."
Crazy thing is like that. I mean, kind of something like that happened, like similar to me or whatever. But it was I ghosted, and then like I came back or whatever, and like they was with somebody, and then like we still end up like like communicating and stuff like that, and then we completely like just severed all ties, bro. But it was like terrible though. It was like I wasn't like really mad because like I said, like I really like don't care that much or whatever. But it was like the way like I'm telling you, it was severed. It was just like Definitely was.
I already knew. No, I had to go somebody recently. We like talked on the phone. The vibe was cool or whatever, but then like we became friends on social media, and I'm sure somebody has said this about me, but like this girl would just post some of the stupidest, most ignorant shit, and I was like, nah, I can't get with this. So I would like literally just like leave her on red, and she sent hey like 4 or 5 times, like. And I remember like being like, I know you see those screenshots where it's like, hey,
Yeah.
fuck
like
you,
different
bitch, you
days.
ugly.
Y'all have no idea.
Jesus.
I have no idea.
Yo, hey, what type of girls were doing that to y'all, by the way?
What do you
I
mean?
had a black chick ghost me flat out.
Oh, okay.
Flat out.
Okay.
She cool though too. I see her. She a cop. I see her when she worked the gate. So I see her all the time. But it's weird though.
Wait. She like security forces at the gate?
Yeah, and it's so crazy
You
because
gotta
like,
explain it. You gotta explain that.
okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my
viewers
fault. So
listen
she a
too.
cop. She worked entry control. So she worked the gate. You know, she checks the ID when you get on base. She an NCO. She's a staff sergeant as well. But it's just weird because like she stopped talking to me, but she kept like she likes and like heart reacts my stuff on Facebook. So I don't even know. Like I posted that photo of me in the hot spring. You know, Darell was trying to get on my head about. She put the heart react on it, but
She put the heart react. That means
Yeah.
yo, I'm gonna be real with you. Let me put you on game. You still, you know.
Hey, I might
still in
find
it.
out today. Like, yo, I've been busy. I had some stuff come up. I was in a situation.
You better hope she ain't watching this podcast, bro.
She probably is. I put it on my Facebook. She probably done seen it.
She probably the
That's
one
all
disliking
right.
all our views, bro.
Yeah, right.
I know who downvoting us.
There's
Too.
1 minute who's out here disliking our videos. We gonna find
And
you.
I know who disliking our videos, and I'm gonna say this right now, yo. And I can't stress this enough.
Yo, you about to wild out.
Me alone.
Leave me alone.
Don't email me. Don't call me off no Google numbers. I don't care about none of that. Just leave me alone. But yeah, ghosting is I can see the cons in ghosting. You know, you hear people talk about like, oh, like I'll never be enough or whatever. Like why this dude ghost me or why I keep having the same problems. You got some game when y'all late.
That's not. Yeah, I'm be real with you, bro. That's not my problem. Why do I owe someone a proper conversation if I don't want to be with them? Like, I don't.
No, that's real. That's real.
And I can't stress this enough. I don't owe you a damn thing.
Especially in the talking phase. I told my mans after we talked the last time we was on here about, you know, she couldn't hold it down in the talking phase or whatever. I'm like, bro, as soon as you found out, you should have got your stuff and never talked to that girl again. Cause like if she lying to you, doing all this capping like that early on, and there's no title on it, like what's to say? Like when y'all do get a title on it, she's still doing the same thing.
He showed that. Yeah, he showed that he tolerates that.
Yeah, 100%.
He showed that he tolerates that.
He I gotta find the chat, but yeah, he not buying feet pics for Darell, but yeah.
Yeah.
Darell said he was buying feet pics. He said the dude said he not buying any feet pics. But
yeah, thank God.
Hope not.
Real quick, this is what me and my therapist talked about. You keep getting these same results because you keep dating the same person in different people's bodies. You got to check for these red flags, these deal breakers, and you got to be firm in your boundaries.
Well, where do you meet them too, bro? Like that's what a lot of people don't realize.
So
too.
it's
Not to
weird.
jump into a relationship thing. You got to meet people doing the same shit that you like, right? So if I like, say I like reading, right?
Stay off Tinder.
Clubs or something like that. Yeah. That's a y'all thing. That's a y'all thing. But a lot of people don't meet people doing the same mutual thing. They usually meet them going out in a drunk setting, anti-sober setting.
A party atmosphere.
Yeah. So that's the only aspect you know about them, and that's usually how you connect. So usually people keep going for that connection. They realize, well, damn, we're complete opposites when we're not off the Henny. No, and then it spares a whole different way.
That's definitely real because this leads back to the whole ghosting thing. Because I met a girl in the same setting, a party setting, blah blah, this and that, And we started to kick it a little bit, right? We're talking here and there, having a good time. But she got crazy. She was crazy, man. She was real crazy. And the worst thing about it is that she lives in the same neighborhood. She's like 3 doors down from me. So when I had ghosted her, bro, I remember one day I came back from work and I was parking in my little parking
Wait, you ghosted a girl in your neighborhood?
Yes.
Is that even possible?
That's what I'm about to tell you, bro.
Leave a bag of shit at your door and knock on it.
Yo, that's why I was mad.
Come on, pick the chat.
Yeah, see.
No, it was not her. these motherfuckers, man. But nah, I ghosted this girl, right? And I came back from work and I'm pulling up in my parking space and I see her coming by on the main street and she immediately locks eyes with me while going down this main street. She doesn't look at anything else but me while she's like flying like 40 miles per hour down the road. This whole way just looking at me the whole way. And I was like, bruh, what did I get myself into, bro? I gotta move, bro. I gotta
Wait,
go.
she's at 40 in a residential area?
Bruh.
What is she doing?
She's about to end it all. Taking out the pool guy, too.
I don't know. I don't
She
know
about
where
to clean
she was
Reid
going.
up.
Bruh. I don't know where she was going. I don't know why she was in such a rush, bro. But yo, that spooked me. And from there, I was like, yo, you know what?
Run you over, bro.
Yeah, I was done, bro. So definitely don't go so, buddy.
You coming with me? Wherever we going, you gonna be on the hood of my car with me.
Yeah, bro.
If I die and I get to heaven and I see the people that's supposed to be crying for me, not crying for me, then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna die together the second time.
Yo, speaking of that, man, hey, if I die of a violent crime, that's a whole nother thing. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm gonna stick with it. If I die of a violent crime, don't say no bullshit like Kwame would want some peace. Nah, go out crazy, bro. Go out crazy. Let that be known, bro.
No, that's real. That's real. Hey, I want to tell y'all right now, if I die of whatever circumstances and you see somebody you don't like at my funeral, feel free to throw hands. That's what I would have wanted. I wanted to be on site all the time.
And you can put a lie on me. Like, that's on the dead homie Kwam, bro. I'm cool with that.
Put a lie on me.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, man. I'll carry that burden.
Kwam is a fool. Can you imagine hypothetical situations? Some girl like, oh, you cheating on me, blah, blah, blah. Yo, that's on my
that's on Kwam.
Oh, word to Kwam.
Oh, that's on Kwam.
That's on Kwam.
I would never.
I'm gonna be in hell like. You know.
You a fool, bro. That's
but hey, that's all the topics right there. So to recap it up, right? We went over the Negro moment. That's when something trivial flips you. So what's your Negro moment, everybody? Your first job experience as well. Everybody's jobs, what they like, what they didn't like. Worst experience with the company. Shout out 2K and CenturyLink for being trash. And then we had the pros and cons of ghosting. Pros, everything was pros. Now we had a couple of cons, but I don't believe
we have cons.
So we did have cons. I said we do have cons, but I don't believe them. But
cons to other people.
But
the cons is the person that got ghosted, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. It sucks to be ghosted, but I mean, such is life. But yeah, everybody, that's been the podcast. To recap it up, I'm Kwam, the 5 of the 5, and let everybody else exit out.
All right, y'all. It's been a dope time.
Make it
See y'all
home
next
safe.
week. Peace.
Please make it home safe.
I gotta get some shit off my chest. I ain't saying I'm the worst, but I ain't always been the best.